Hello, it's Harry Finlandinen here, and together with me I have two very special guests today. Hello, Francisca and Paul.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing very fine, thank you. What about you?
Great. We are under the sun of Tampere and we are enjoying pretty much this weather.
On the terrace in Tampere, really good weather.
Exactly. So you are two young people living here in Tampere. What brought you to Finland?
Well, I was 15 when I first got to know about the Nordics, and I remember to have a teacher talking about how amazing the Nordic model it was. And with 15 years old, I was pretty sure I was going to study in a Nordic country. So when I turned 18, I applied to Finland, and surprise, surprise, I get in. So that was kind of what brought me to Finland.
Hey, cheers for that, getting in here.
Yes.
And by the way, we are drinking non-alcoholic mocktails here. Healthy habits. What about you, Paul?
Yeah, so I joined Finland 3 years ago. It was also one of my kind of dream to join one of the Nordic countries. So I was in a business school in France, and I had the opportunity to join a SAMK University in Pori, Finland. And yeah, my goal was to join Finland for like all these nature aspect, forest, lakes. You have everything here that really attracts me. So I really wanted to experience this kind of landscape in a country like in Europe.
Yes. So you mentioned you studied in Pori in Satakunta University of Applied Sciences, and you, Francisca, it was almost not SAMK, but was it SeAMK?
Yes, I started studying in SEAMK, and it was a really funny story. I applied to Helsinki, but then my parents told me straight, don't go to SEAMK, you are 18, it's way too far away, we don't know Finland, and you know, all those concerns. But I still decided to go to SEAMK, do my exam, and the moment that I get into that, I was so surprised. The university was great, the vibe was amazing. I was like, I really, really want to study here. So then I ended up studying international business at SeAMK.
Okay, so let's talk about your studies and your experiences. How did you experience like the Finnish university education compared to what you have maybe experienced in your home countries before?
Yes, first of all, I was the only of my friends, the Portuguese friends, that was happy about studying.
Okay.
Everybody was so overwhelmed, so stressed, and I was having the perfect university life. I mean, the university was great. We could, for example, just go and rent computers, and I was like, what? Like, the trust was amazing, and the flexibility in the studies were really good. So you could actually exchange the studies as you wanted and according to what you are doing in your own life. So that was kind of surprising because I was used that, you know, people give education to you and you accept. But in SEAMK, I had the power to change whatever I wanted, when I wanted. The teachers were really supportive towards our goals, towards our studies. I never had one teacher that said no.
Okay.
So it really kind of went well, even with my life, that I needed to go to Portugal sometimes, and the teachers will do the best to make me do the exams on time, to make me pass, to make the class have the best grades. So
yes.
I think it was a really crazy, amazing experience.
And it was the international business?
Yes, I was studying international business. So we had like our first year we are doing a company on our own. We have this virtual enterprise. And in our second year it was the funniest one in my opinion because we had an international classroom. So we had like over 20 nationalities in the same room.
Nice.
And we were doing group works, projects, and I think that boosts like a lot, new friendships, new people, new ways of working, and it's really amazing.
Was that how you became interested in entrepreneurship as well?
Exactly. It was back on my first year actually, that I never heard about entrepreneurship before. I never really was familiar with that. But I remember that in universities in Finland, we have this thing that we call ESs, so entrepreneurship societies, that basically boost your career or boost and create activities to make you interested about startups, about creating your own business, or just about being creative. So that was kind of how I got interested about it.
What about you, Paul? You don't have experience of doing the full degree here, but you can maybe compare a little bit France and Finland, the level of education, way of teaching, how it differs?
So for me, yeah, I did one semester in SAMK in Pori. I decided to go there because also like Finland is recognized as the best education in the world, like top one. So I wanted to experience this kind of education. And I mean, yeah, the difference with French teachers, for example, is that here in Finland, teachers are like so close to you, like they really try to assist you, to help you out with every thing you would need, even like extra courses. Like I mean, I had a teacher who kind of went to play football with us, for example, and it's something that would never happen in France, like this proximity.
You can become French with your professors or teachers.
Exactly,
here.
it was almost like friendship, as we can say, and the quality of the courses also was quite good. I mean, all the facilities we could use also in SAMK was the technology we could use was really perfect, and everything was done for us to succeed. So, I mean, really great experience as well.
Okay, very nice. So, how do you feel like how your education that you got through your university is that how it has helped you to become like a professional and prepare you for your future job life as well?
Do you want to start or do I start?
You can start with you.
I think every time that I thought about university, I thought about something so specific that I would close all my life like around that topic. And in Finland, we literally sometimes had a task, and our teachers were like, "Yeah, you gotta figure it out. You gotta do this." And we weren't only working in our own area. We needed to like just go around so many skills. For example, we learned a bit of design. Even though we were studying business, we learned a bit of design. We go to marketing, and then we go like to problem solving. So it's not like you sit there and you listen to your teacher talking for 3 hours. It's more like maybe you're gonna listen to your teacher talking for a bit, and then you're gonna do your project and go to the teacher when you have questions. And putting this in perspective, how that helped my professional life, it helped me to communicate, basic skill that I know that is so basic, but it's so important and lacks in so
in any profession.
Yeah. But I think it lacks a bit in the studies in Portugal. Let's say, for instance, I would never say my teacher, "Hey, do you want to come to my birthday?" Or, "Hey, like, I have a question. Hey, I think this is wrong." You know, and here I could have this, "Okay, I don't think this is right," and my teacher will listen to me.
You can challenge your teacher.
Exactly. And you can say, "I think this is like wrong," or "I think I will do this in another way." And my teacher would say, "So then in another way." Like,
is that part of the like Finnish equality? We are considered as the most equal country also in the world, so that even the teachers and students can be kind of the same level.
Exactly. And I had so many teachers that they were like sometimes saying, "Yeah, I really appreciate and I really learn what you did now." And I think that will never happen back in my country.
Is that different to France as well?
Yeah, I mean, usually teacher are kind of telling you stuff when you are doing bad things. In Finland, they really kind of reward you, like saying, "Oh yeah, you are doing a great job now. This project is going well with what you are doing." So, I mean, this is kind of the best education you could have, to be like always pushed to give you the maximum from you and to always orientate you with your subject. So, I mean, this is quite different than in France, I would say.
Yeah. And I love also how, adding a bit to what you just say, I love how the Finnish educational system is not ready to make people fail. I feel that a lot because when we go to universities or when I was in high school, I had so many subjects that my teachers would say 50% of the class fails. So it's a bit different that like how Finnish education. I never had a teacher that say like, "Yeah, you're gonna fail. If you are failing, they will always like find a solution for you to pass the subject." Exactly. To get a better grade, to pass, and they will ask you, "How could you like do this if you can't do this?"
So it's the same how I see as a Finn, I know what I appreciate in my home country is that everybody is taken care of, nobody's left behind.
Yeah.
So the same goes with teaching or learning. So let's talk about, because you know, studying at a university is not only about like, you know, the serious studying, it's also the student life, what happens outside of the classes, having fun, making friends and so on. Did you have fun when you were studying in Finland?
Yeah, I had so much fun. I can say it was the best time of my student life. I can really say that because we had our group of Erasmus students and some locals as well from the SAMK universities. And the locals like kind of help us to feel like the atmosphere of Finland, organizing like events. For example, they organized us a trip to Lapland that was quite amazing during the winter time. We had.
Did you meet Santa Claus?
We met Santa Claus.
From Finland, by the way.
Finland. The real Santa Claus is in Finland, Rovaniemi.
Yes, nice.
So yeah, we had these crazy trips like doing snowmobile, sauna, and then jumping in frozen lake. I mean,
have you both done a frozen lake? You have?
Last winter we did it every week, so
Nice.
Yeah.
it was quite
So
challenging.
that's why you are so healthy.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is something we are not used to do in our countries,
Yes.
but here in Finland is something.
You don't
like,
have that much frozen lakes in
No.
Portugal.
I didn't know there was such a thing like frozen lakes that you could walk.
Yeah.
You know, I
yeah.
didn't know about
But
it.
that's the thing, in Finland everybody can walk on water, especially during winter time.
Actually, in Pori you can walk on the sea. That was really special. In Uteri beach, we could actually walk on the sea, frozen sea. It was something like incredible for me.
Yeah, but then on the other side, like that's our winter, but we have nice, like now it's nice summer
Amazing
here, and
summer.
it's not like as hot maybe than it is in Central Europe or let's say Africa, India, and so on. How do you feel like the Finnish summer and the temperature of water, for example?
I've been traveling quite a bit, and I can say that Finland has like the best summer. And if I wouldn't live here, I wouldn't have known about it. But it's perfect because, as I mentioned, Finnish cities are so safe and kind of small. So you literally can get out from work, you pick your bike, you go for a swim, you pick your bike again, you go meet your friends, and it's just, you know, you do so much out of your days. And when the sun never goes down or almost never goes down, it's like,
This is amazing.
that's amazing.
You
It's
can
like-
just hang out by your lake at
All
1
night.
o'clock.
Exactly.
You can still see the sun,
Yes.
the horizon. So it's so beautiful and so nice to hang out during the night
Yes.
in
So
during
we have
summertime.
these 4 seasons, so do you see that as a kind of positive thing that there is variation, it's not always hot or it's not always cold?
Yeah, and my favorite seasons in Finland are definitely summer and fall. It's the most beautiful time because
Autumn colors.
Yes, because you know I've been always seeing the autumn colors, but here they really get these like red,
yellow, orange
yeah,
colors.
there is all these changes in the leaves, and it's so beautiful. I think. Like,
The colors of your flag. Portuguese flag.
exactly.
So, okay, Francisca, what about you? How did you experience the student life in Seinäjoki?
It was amazing. It was amazing because Seinäjoki is a really small town, and I gotta say, like, I'm of course from the capital. I'm from Lisbon, but small towns have this, especially in Finland, they have this really cozy vibe that you know all the places. And we had only 2 bars, but our university organized amazing parties. And we had this overall that we use in Finland, the student overalls. That every time that we go to a party or an activity, we get a patch on, and it's so like student friendly. You know, you know the people that are from your course, and
You feel that you belong to the country and to the university, by getting this badge, collecting them.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Yes, and I think even in small towns you can still live the best of Finland,
Yes,
you know,
definitely.
and you don't really need, I think people always think, you need to be in the big towns. No, in the small towns you have actually like really nice atmosphere and really nice sense of family and group, and so it is amazing.
It's important to have the network and friends around you, but also to become independent and grow up. How did Finland kind of grow you up?
I would say that before coming to Finland, I was kind of in a safe place in France. It was a safe position for me, but now that I went to Finland, not talking the language, I had, for example, to to learn how to talk English like better, because here in Finland everyone is talking English. Like, I mean, even in a small town, everyone from every generation is talking English. So this is very nice thing to notice here. And yeah, I mean, I kind of grown up. I took more like, how can I say? I can adapt myself to a new culture. I could plan my own trip. Like, I became more independent during my Erasmus in Finland. So yeah, this is something everyone should experience, in my opinion.
Yeah, I used to say that everybody should go for a while in their lifetime abroad, because I think I've grown so much in a short time. You know, you gotta pay your bills, or you gotta have the responsibility to pay your rent, to organize yourself, to cook, and all of this. I think Finland was the perfect place, because I came here with 18 years old, so I was pretty young.
Yeah.
And I gotta grow so much. I learned how to be alone. I learned how to do decisions by myself.
Yeah.
And you can, I think the best thing about what I get from Finland is this sense of a bright future, you know?
Yes.
Because you sometimes, I always had this sense, yes, there is so much inequality, there is so much bad things, but when you come here, you also understand that you can improve things, you know? If you just talk about them and if you look around. And I love how like equal, or how equal you can reach, or how equality can be like made, and like that is possible. So I think that gives me this like future of like hope for my future, or for everybody's future. So I feel like really positive when I'm here, and I feel like that's also like changed a lot about me. Yeah.
Happy to hear that. And talking about happiness, Finland has been chosen as the happiest country 4 times in a row. So yeah, we could have a different topic about talking what is happiness actually, but how do you see that, why Finland has been chosen as the happiest country in the world? Is it something about how people are treated or taken care of, or
I think
smiling, or
I think it's kind of like the community, like the culture Finland has, like always helping each other, and yeah, this culture like so close to the nature as well. I mean, this is like the best thing you could do, like being like in a city, and also like for example here in Tampere, you are in the city center and you can bike 10 minutes and you are in the middle of the forest, or you can find a lake. I mean, this I think can really help for happiness, to not being like always in a rush in a big city, like. And I also think people here in Finland don't have this mentality or that we can have in our country, like always being in a rush for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Here in Finland, everything is going like smoothly. In general, I would say that it's the reason why happiness is so like huge in Finland. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
In my opinion, I gotta agree with you, because I think in Finland, you know, like if you want to go to a place, you pick your bike, you pick the train, but you know that things are on time, so you don't need to really rush.
Yeah.
You don't need to have this stressful. And I think in, as you mentioned, like that is the nature, that is universities, healthcare, and it's so easy to reach everything that you need, like for your basic needs.
Yes.
You know, if I go to an hospital, I know that I can be 1 hour and I'm out from there. But if I'm in my own country, I usually stay 8 hours in a hospital. So it's different a bit, and I think all the basic needs are so easy to reach them. And of course that makes you happy. If you have your basic needs fulfilled, then you have more time to fulfill your life with like other things, that
hobbies
and things that make you happy. And I love also that winter is not like, it doesn't stop you from anything. That is winter activities. You go ice fishing, you go to sauna, you go
skiing,
ice swing, skiing. You know, like the winter doesn't
Or indoors you can do whatever stuff. And indoors it's always the same 23 degrees, no matter if it's summer or winter. So
the houses are so, and I gotta mention one thing, that the houses are so nice in Finland. I think they are one of the best housing system I've seen. The buildings are always, even if it's an old building, it's like always renovated, always like taken care. I never see like nothing falling apart or like you know, inside the buildings are always in good conditions. And I think even the trash system is so nice, you know.
This is something like
the trash
we don't have.
Recycling and
This recycling stuff is amazing because it's so to talk about this. It's like recycling systems that all the cans and glass bottle. In Finland, you can pick them to the supermarket and bring them for you have some money back.
Yeah.
And it has also this impact on the environment. Like the streets are so clean.
Yeah.
I mean, you never see any cans or in the streets. So this is also a system that Finland has implemented and is really good.
Yes, and even if people are drinking outside, you place your bottle because you know that there is people collecting them to get money out of that. So it's like it kind of helps to make the city clean.
Why people do study, it's of course for life, but also to get a job and become a professional. So what kind of job experiences you have from Finland and how education have helped you with that?
Yeah.
I can start. So I've been working for Asia Exchange now for 3 months, and I can say that Finland is a good place for international people to find a job because everyone, as I mentioned before, is talking English. So it's really a nice place to find a job in Finland. Like for me, it didn't took long to reach you, I guess, and to get employed by Asia Exchange. And
can you do what you do what is your role?
So my role is I'm engagement specialist with French universities. So I'm the person who is in contact with the French universities who are sending students abroad in Asia, mainly. And I'm the main contact with international coordinators and the students. And my job is to also grow our number of universities in France.
So work with students, work with university professionals, and use your knowledge of France and French.
And French, exactly.
Okay, in Tampere.
In Tampere,
yes. Nice. Okay.
That's amazing. Yeah, about me, actually I took kind of different paths, so I kind of started my own startup, and this is being something that I've been like working with startups for the past 3 years of my studies, so it's been like always, and all my friends around me have startups, and all my friends are doing things related with that. So I think I was just like, okay, we're gonna do. I was really passionate about education, and then we had a project, and I was okay, let's start this edtech. And as I mentioned, in all universities you have this thing that we call ESs, Entrepreneurship Society, so you just can like go into them, and I was actually the chairperson on one of them. So it was kind of like really easy just to say, yeah, I'm gonna start my own business. And there is a lot of grants and a lot of help for people that want to start business in Finland. So I'm just getting those soon because I just finished my studies. But so far so good, and I feel like I'm in peace, and I think there is so much help to start your own business, and you can literally not ask the help from only institutions but from your friends, and everybody's like willing to help. So I think I didn't get a career like as people expect, which is great, but I start my own startup, so I'm
okay,
really
welcome to be an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
So yeah, it's important that the society, government, the cities are supporting that, but also like individuals and friends. So can you name any certain like people in Finland who have helped you, and do we have?
Peter Westermark as well.
Well, Peter.
Peter, of course.
Godfather of our startups.
Exactly. Then also Business Tampere has been so like kind, especially Tommy, that's been like there. And I think I also had like really good friends from Aalto, one of the biggest university of Finland, and I have friends everywhere. That Ronnie, like a lot of people, they were like you gotta do this, and
Yeah.
you know, so
Be brave and pursue
Exactly.
for your dreams. Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
whatever happens, we are here to support you. And like, I remember to tell one of my friends, well, I'm gonna now invest my money, so if I'm gonna be like homeless, he's like, you have my house.
But that's one thing, you know, you really don't see homeless people
in Finland,
too
that's
much.
true.
Like
So
everybody's taken care of.
Yeah,
Hey,
so-
let's talk about Tampere. So
Yeah.
we are here in Tampere, which is the third biggest city in Finland. It has been also voted as the most desired city in Finland. It's a student city. We have like roughly 25% of our people here are students. So what would you say about Tampere, and why do you like to stay here?
yeah.
For me, like Tampere is perfect size city. I mean, from France, I'm used to really big cities with traffic, with many people everywhere. Here in Tampere is how is it, like 100,000 inhabitants, something like this.
230,000.
Something
like
like
that.
this. It doesn't look
Yeah.
like a big city. I mean, you have many things to do as well. Many events coming. You have Tampere is surrounded by 2 lakes, and it's really beautiful to be here. I mean, as I mentioned before, you take your bike and you go to lake. You go to forest that is just 5 minutes from the center. Like everything is really accessible by just using your bike or buses. And now we have the tram as well, that is really like helping going from one side to another.
Yeah.
And in general, Tampere is really developing, I would say, like bringing new facilities like all the time.
Yeah,
So-
like that one there. It's actually going to be the most modern entertainment venue in whole Europe.
Yeah.
That's a great thing to see happening here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What about you, Francisca? Like,
Yes, so I think Tampere, as you mentioned, is perfect size. It's growing and it's like just developing so fast. It's crazy. It's crazy that if I look 1 year ago when I moved to Tampere, and now it's changed so much in a good way. It's getting so big.
but it has its traditions, and it also have the old buildings, architecture, but people are kind of not taking that down, but actually like renovating and,
exactly. And it was like nice. Just imagine that when I moved here, there was no startup building. Now we have our startup building,
Yeah.
Platform 6,
Yes.
and you know it's like growing so fast and things are happening so fast. So I think it's an exciting city to be in, and it's, as you mentioned, not too big, not too small. You are in the nature, you are in the city, you are in the nature again, and it's easy like to be here. We have so much to do still, and it's close to Helsinki, 1 hour. And it's really like good location that you can basically go anywhere, and it's like super fast to go from here.
Yeah, there are people who are actually living in Tampere, but they are almost every day commuting to Helsinki with a train.
I was one of them because
Yeah.
I've been working in Helsinki a bit,
Yeah.
so I've been quite often, and it was like 1 hour and something, and it's easy.
Yeah.
And trains are clean, are perfect. They have internet
On time, always on
so
time.
it's like okay, in winter maybe sometimes happens with the
Yeah.
snow, you know, but it's
course.
understandable.
Yeah.
But still,
Yeah. But I still talk about the student life in Tampere, because it's not too long time ago when you graduated too. So you still like to hang out with younger people and student age people. So how is the student kind of opportunities and
yeah.
you know, nightlife, everything, what you do as a young person?
My nightlife is amazing. I can't complain about it. It's been cool because I hang out with a lot of people of my age that are studying and working, and I think like Corona kind of brought this thing. Of course, the student life is not dead, but the student life get more mixed nowadays because like I think nowadays like that is everybody wants to be out and everybody wants just to enjoy.
Yeah.
So it's